Welcome everyone to this special session hosted by IR Connect. Today we're going to discuss about the two-year master's program in implementation research, which is a special program supported by the WHO Tropical Disease Research, TDR. This was first initiated in 2015, and there are now 4 batches with students from Southeast Asia, as well as the Western Pacific region. Currently, the applications for the 5th batch of this master's program in implementation research is open. And we expect that there will be many more participants and from a wider variety of countries of origin. There'll be even more training in IR that can be supported in these regions. So this session is meant to be a question and answer session really for all potential applicants to clarify all their questions about how to apply, what are the benefits, how do they expect this program to benefit them, as well as some practical guidance on what the everyday life as a master's student, as a postgraduate scholar in this program will entail. So we will have a session. The session today will start briefly with a brief explanation of the program, just a little bit of a background, as well as the specifics of the program itself, which will then be followed by testimonials from both past alumni on how this program has helped their careers, the benefits of this program, as well as some current senior students who are undergoing this program currently, again, to give some everyday insights on what this program would look like. And we then have a full 30 minutes to answer questions from all of the participants here. So do keep all your questions ready. I encourage every one of you to type down your questions already in the chat window. And we will take all of them together during the Q&A session. In the meantime, feel free to engage on the chat window and get to know each other. And we, as the program managers, as well as the IR Connect team, would also like to get to know a little bit more about you. To that end, maybe we'd like you to answer some questions on this Mentimeter. If all of you can go to menti.com, www.menti.com, and use this code that you can see on your screen, DUSZV2OJ1F.
It's also available on the chat in case.
So the link is also available on your chat. You can directly click that. Maybe we should give a couple of seconds for everyone to log on to the site. I see that there are already answers. That's great. So we'd like to know which country are you all from? I see that there are quite a few already from Indonesia. If you're just joining in, you can also go to menti.com and use the numerical code above 7647831. There are quite a few from Nepal, India, Zambia, Malawi, Bhutan. That's great. Maybe a couple more minutes for more responses? I see that Indonesia is still the biggest group right here, which is expectedly so, given that the University of Gajah Mada is hosting this seminar as well as where the program will be held. And we'll hopefully hear a bit more about that later from our alumni. But it's good to see that there are people from other regions, both in Asia as well as Africa, represented here. So once again, those of you just joining in, log on to www.menti.com and use the code 7647831 to respond to this question. Zambia, I see somebody from South Africa has joined in. Great. Maybe let's move on to the next question. We're also wanting to find out how interested you are in applying to this program. How many of you have already applied or are definitely applying or still considering? Good to see that the definitely applying bar is the tallest. Yeah, we have over 40 participants. So let's wait for maybe a minute more. So once again, you can log on to menti.com and use the code 7647831. Many participants are still considering. Hopefully this session will be useful in helping them decide.
Definitely applying.
Maybe let's wait. Any more responses? I see they've become a bit stationary. Anyway, hopefully there'll be much more clarity once we go through the session and hear from all of the panelists today. So with that, let me invite Professor Yodi Mahendra Datta from the University of Gajah Mada to tell us a little bit more about this program, to introduce this program on implementation research to everybody.